If you want to see how to make stickers like this one which you can peel off, then you are at the very right place, because today I will show you the whole process of how I made my first set of stickers. The whole process can be divided into three main steps: designing, printing, and cutting. Let's start with designing. All you need is a very fancy and expensive white paper and a pen. If you don't have a paper, use walls in your house. The idea for my first set of stickers came from a problem of writing down too many tasks in my journal for a next day. And as I'm collecting all those tasks throughout the whole day, they are not really sorted out at all. So next day when I sit down with my journal and go through the list of what I need to do, I just don't know what to do first. And obviously I was facing this problem every single day. Of course, I could use a highlighter or underline the important task, but I wanted something more systematic, something visually interesting that would be motivating. And so this simple idea of having an arrow that would be pointing to the task that needs to be done with words like "do this first," "this is the one," "start here," was born. After finishing sketches with pen and paper, we gotta move to a digital world. Here I use Adobe Illustrator to redraw all the designs and further explore different options. And I use Illustrator because it exports the files that are supported by the cutting machine software. My goal was to get 14 stickers per sheet because that would allow you to use it for at least 2 weeks. The cutting lines are also drawn in Illustrator. Printing just one sheet of stickers per A4 page would be a waste, so I also just copied that same design and filled the rest of the page, so we got 4 sheets per A4 page. So this part of copying the same design to the rest of the page is something that I had to redo several times because I somehow didn't take in consider the limitations of my sticker paper or the marks for cuttings that will be later on added. We will get into that. So it's a lot of try and error. What gets exported from Illustrator is the graphics, the design, and the cutting lines. So finally we got to the printing stage. Just hold on there a little bit because we are very close to get our beautiful stickers. We can't really use the Illustrator to print the design, but instead we're gonna use the Silhouette Studio, which is the software that is paired with the cutting machine. Because here we can turn on the registration marks, which are super important later on in the cutting stage. And now we can import in both the design and cutting lines. Yes, everything needs to be assembled here in the Silhouette Studio, so the cutting will be matching exactly the printed design. So for printing, I'm using the Canon Pixma Pro 200. The reason I bought it is in this video. It's a relatively cheap and a really great printer, which I absolutely love. The sticker paper that I use is a glossy type, and it's just an A4 sheet that is used for printing normal labels. And the third final stage is here. Let's cut the stickers. First we need to stick the printed sheet onto the cutting mat and then load it into the Silhouette Cameo 4. And now simply initiate the cutting. The settings for kiss cutting, meaning cutting only the top layer of the sticker paper so we can peel the sticker off, is depth 1, force 5, and speed 5. After kiss cutting, we're gonna run a second cut which will go through the paper, so we would get these little nice sheets. So the settings for it is again depth 1, force 20, and speed 5. So cutting is done. There is still one step that we need to do, and that's removing the stickers from the mat. So for that, I have this special spatula from Silhouette that is very handy because the cutting mat is still very sticky. And this is the result of our hard work. Going through the whole process of making this sticker sheet, I must say, is not easy. Because in each of those stages that we went through, there are always little things that you need to kind of figure out and, try and error it through. So it's definitely for people who love making things, learn from errors, and like a touch of a physical product. If I could make this at home, you can do it too. Please hit me in the comments if you drew all your designs on your walls, but also with questions in regards to printing and cutting stickers. I will gladly answer all your questions. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next one.